So what's happening right now, the car is starting to fill up with water. Oh, I took my seatbelt off, so I'm gonna put my seatbelt back on real quick for you. So that way we can show cutting the seatbelt and across there, and you wanna cut sideways with it. Now you can see the water that's coming in right now. And so the car is just kind of floating and moving around. Now in the scenario that you're in here, let's say that you got your kids and you need to get your kids out. Right now would be the time that you'll be turning around to grab your kids. Now the other thing that you would want to be doing is, because the water has not yet come up over the windows, you would want to be popping the window out and getting out while the car is still floating before the water starts coming in. But what we want to do is we want to show like a really good true representation of, you know, how much time you actually have in here. So the car is still floating, it's still filling with water. In fact, I'll show you this as the water's coming in. And it's definitely cold in here. All right, so now you can see that the water's starting to come up over the window right here. Oh, it's starting to fill a lot faster now. Woo! Oh, that's getting cold too. You see the water is up over the window here. Oh, the windshield wipers are still working. I'm gonna turn the car off. Oh, it's getting cold. Like I said, you have plenty of time. You could have already been out safe, but I want to show you with the car fully submerged underwater using the window breaker. This is where like people normally climb to the back seat. Okay, so you see how much air is still in the back of it there. But the thing is like, you know, people are talking about like headrest. There's no headrest on these to use. If you try to use the window visor, like you can't break that either. What I'm going to do is I'm going to represent climbing into the back seat now at this point, which is where we find a lot of people underwater will be in the back seat. And that's because the engine compartment is heavier. And so normally the cars will dive down first. And that's why the front of it fills with water first. And that's why a lot of times you'll find people in the back of a vehicle when they've gone in the water in a car. I can hear the water coming out of it. So it's still filling up. And I'll show the window breaker working under the water here. And so I'm going to take it. It has a push on this side. Of the people that I find underwater, in my opinion, I feel as though 50% of them could have escaped if they would have had a window breaker. Because a few things that I have seen with my own eyes over time as we have done this, is I have found people crawling from the front seat to the middle seat, trying to get out.
She's in the back of the vehicle.
Driver's side window is halfway down.
Passenger side windows are up.
I think that a window breaker would have saved his life.
And the windows are up. We do have somebody inside.
All of the windows are up, and Jacob was doing everything he could to escape. If they would have just had a window breaker, I feel like they could have made their way out. For the new 16-year-old driver, for your mom that you love, for your friends, your family, it is the one tool, in my opinion, that you cannot live without.